Hello students, welcome back to our Maths 1 online session number 6. As you know, in the previous session, I have started with practice set 1.5 and completed the first 3 sums. Now in this session, I will be completing the remaining 3 sums of the practice set, that is question number 4, 5 and 6. So let us continue with it and start with the fourth question of the practice set 1.5. Let us read the question. The denominator of a fraction is 4 more than twice its numerator. If 6 is subtracted from both the numerator and denominator, the denominator becomes 12 times the numerator. Find the fraction. Now I have read the question for you. Let us understand what are the two things which I have to assume here as x and y. From where we will know that? From the last part. The last part of the question says find the fraction. And I hope you know that fraction is defined as a ratio in which we have numerator and denominator. So obviously the two things that I have to assume in this sum is let the numerator of the fraction be x and its denominator be y. So this is our first step to do the proper assumption. So I have assumed numerator as x and denominator as y. Now I'll go part by part, read the question and try to frame the equation. So the first part now. Let us read the first part. It's given that the denominator of a fraction is 4 more than twice its numerator. Only this much. Let us concentrate on this statement. The denominator I have assumed as y. Denominator is 4 more. More means plus. So I have to write and 4 more than twice its numerator, not only numerator, twice its numerator. Numerator was x, twice of numerator will be 2x. So how to frame this? It will be the denominator of a fraction is 4 more. So denominator is y and that is 4 more. So 4 is added here. Then twice its numerator, so I am taking here 2x. So I hope you have understood the first equation, how it is to be framed. Y is equal to 2x plus 4. Now what? Either you leave this as it is and use substitution method, or you transform it into equation form and then you can simplify. So in this, I am going to transform it in equation form. For that, what is to be done? 2x. Now this y from here can be shifted to this side, it will become minus y, and 4 from here can be shifted to this side, it will become minus 4. So the equation will be 2x minus y is equal to minus 4. This is my equation number 1. Now reading the next part of the question. If 6 is subtracted, I have to subtract 6. From what? From both the numerator and denominator. So numerator is x, denominator is y. I have to subtract 6. So what should I get? Numerator will be x minus 6 and denominator will be y minus 6. This is one part of the question, that I have to subtract 6 from both numerator and denominator. Then what happens? Then the denominator will become 12 times the numerator. So after subtracting whatever you get as a denominator, this will become 12 times the numerator. So the equation is to be framed as y minus 6, which is the denominator. It will become 12 times the numerator, that is 12 into x minus 6. In this way, this equation can be framed. Now let us bring it in the standard form. Standard form is x, y and then the constant to the right hand side. So let us first open the bracket. Y minus 6 will be as it is. 12 into x will give me 12x. And 12 into 6 will give me minus 72, as 6 is with a negative sign. So we get 12x minus 72. Let us shift all the terms on one side. So we get 12x minus y and numbers to the right hand side, that is equal to minus 6 plus 72. Now one is with a plus sign and one is with a minus sign. So we have to subtract and put the greater number sign to the answer. So 72 minus 6 is 66. Since 72 is a greater number with a plus sign, it will be plus 66. So the equation reduces to 12x minus y is equal to 66. Put it as equation number 2. Equation number 1, as you can see, we had 2x minus y is equal to minus 4. Now both y variables, you look at it, it is minus y and minus y here. They are same terms with same coefficients. So I just have to subtract, same sign, subtract. So subtracting equation 1 from equation 2. We will change the sign of equation number 1. Since it is written down as we are subtracting it, all the signs of the terms will be changed. So 12 plus and minus, that will get changed. So it will become 12 minus 2 is equal to 10x, plus y minus y will get cancelled here. So 10x is equal to 66 plus 4, that is 70. So 10x is equal to 70, x is equal to 7. One part of the answer we have got here, that x is equal to 7. And what is that x? X is the numerator. Now what is left? I need to substitute and get the value of the variable y. So substitute in equation number 1. 2 into, that is x, so x is substituted as 7, minus y is equal to minus 4. 2 into 7 is 14. So 14 minus y is equal to minus 4. Shift this 14 on the right hand side, it will become minus 14. So minus 4 minus 14, that is nothing but minus 18. As both the sides are having minus sign, it will get cancelled. So y is equal to 18. Have we reached the final answer? The only thing that is left is to write the fraction. We were not asked to find numerator and denominator separately. We were asked to find out the fraction. So the fraction will be, as you know, numerator upon denominator. So numerator is x, denominator is y. So x is 7 and y is 18. Therefore the required fraction is 7 upon 18. This will be our final answer. Because they have asked us a fraction, the final answer also has to be written like this. Put it in a box. The required fraction is 7 upon 18. I hope you have understood all the steps. Let us move to the next sum, that is question number 5. I'll read the question for you. Two types of boxes A and B are to be placed in a truck having capacity of 10 tons. When 150 boxes of type A and 100 boxes of type B are loaded in the truck, it weighs 10 tons. But when 260 boxes of type A are loaded in the truck, it can still accommodate 40 boxes of type B, so that it is fully loaded. Find the weight of each type of box. Quite a lengthy question, isn't it? Okay, yes. Now, how it is to be done? For that, let us read the last part of the question. Find the weight of each type of box. Our assumption will start from here. Each type of box. So we should know that how many type of boxes are there. As you can see here, there are two types of boxes. And we need to find the weight of this, A and B. So our first step will be, let the weight of a box of type A be X ton. And that of box of type B be Y ton. Okay, so if one box weighs X ton, like this, how many boxes are packed here? When 150 boxes of type A. So if one box the weight is X, 150 boxes will weigh 150x ton. I hope you are understanding it. Same way, how many boxes of type B? There are 100 boxes of type B. If the weight of one box of type B weighs Y ton, 100 boxes will weigh 100 tons. Okay, so now after that, what they are telling us, that if such boxes are packed, the truck is fully loaded and it weighs total of 10 tons. It means that 150x plus 100y is equal to 10. Now in this, all the quantities are expressed in tons. So similarly, the next part of the question, look at it. But when 260 boxes of type A are loaded in the truck, so of type A there are 260 boxes. One box weighs X ton. So 260 boxes will weigh 260x. Similarly, it will still accommodate 40 boxes of type B. So how many boxes of type B? 40. If one box weighs Y ton, then 40 boxes will weigh 40y. Then what is told? So that it is fully loaded. Now fully loaded means it is full to its capacity. And the capacity of the truck was how much? It is told here that it is 10 tons. So Instead of directly giving you, they are giving you this statement that it is fully loaded. You should understand that it can accommodate 10 tons. So our next equation will be 260x plus 40y is equal to 10. Now I have got here two equations. I have purposely not reduced the first one. I want you to understand here one thing, that when we are talking about weight of any box like A and B, we are not going to calculate it in terms of tons. Tons means quite a bigger unit. In a box, you cannot accommodate 1 ton, 2 tons, 3 tons. It can be in kgs. So I'm going to do a slight change in this sum, that instead of assuming here as x ton, here only I will assume it as x kgs and y kgs. I'll tell you how it is to be written. When it is x kgs and y kgs as weight of box A and weight of box B, then what changes will be done here? It will be 150 x kgs. Similarly, 100 into y kgs. Now, if these are expressed in kgs, what will happen to this? I have to express 10 tons into kgs. Now, the conversion of 1 ton into kgs is 1 ton is equal to 1000 kgs. So, 10 tons will be converted into kgs as 10,000 kgs, as I have to multiply 10 by 1000. So, let us see how this can be written now. See here, I have solved it for you. As I have told you, the important step in this, that I am going to convert the given quantity, that is ton, into kgs. So the conversion is 1 ton is equal to 1000 kgs. Remaining all the steps are same as we have done. The assumption at the first step is, let the weight of a box of type A be x kgs. Instead of ton, now I am assuming it as x kgs. And that of type B be y kgs. So here also, instead of ton as y ton, I am assuming it as y kg. Similarly, as I have explained you in the previous slide, 150 boxes of type A, so it will be 150 into x, now it is kgs. And 100 boxes of type B, that is 100 into y kgs. Now that was equal to 10 because it was in tons. I told you to convert it into kgs. So this is the conversion, and this is what is the very important step of this sum, that 10 into 1000, it will be 10,000. So now, according to the first condition, 150x plus 100y is equal to 10,000. Now as you can see, throughout this equation can be divided by, we will take a common multiple. The common multiple should be the highest common multiple. Now in this case, it is 50. Okay, even you can divide by 10, by 5, then 2, so many small multiples. Instead of dividing like that, I am taking the highest common multiple, and that is nothing but 50. So dividing this equation by 50, I get 3x plus 2y is equal to 200. Put it as equation number 1. Similarly, the second one, 260x plus 400y is equal to 10,000. From where do we get this? We are taking the conversion here, that is 10 into 1000, so 10,000. Now here also you need to divide by the highest common factor, and in this, the highest common factor, instead of taking 2 or 10 or 5, it is better that I take highest common factor as 20. So when I divide this, I get 260 upon 20, that is 13x, 40 upon 20, that is 2y, and 10,000 upon 20, that is 500. So we get 13x plus 2y is equal to 500. This is my equation number 2. So I hope you are understanding how we are getting equation number 1 and 2. So now what is left is to solve these two equations. This was our equation number 1 and this is our equation number 2. Look at it. I am giving you few seconds to think. Do you remember any easier method how it can be done? Look at the coefficient of y. I hope you have recollected it, that the coefficient of y is same, and that too they are with the same sign, plus 2 and plus 2. So plus 2y and plus 2y are same here. So we use same sign subtract, that concept, and we will subtract these two equations. So subtracting equations, we get 13x minus 3x, that is 10x, and now plus 2y and minus 2y will get cancelled here. So 500 minus 200 is nothing but 300. So 10x is equal to 300. X will be 300 upon 10, that is 30 kg. Now this is one part of the answer. You can put it in a box. Now this answer we are getting it in terms of kgs. Now substitute this x and get the value of y. In equation number 1, if I substitute, the equation number 1 was 3x plus 2y is equal to 200. So in the place of x, I will be substituting now 30. So I get 3 into 30 plus 2y is equal to 200. Now 3 into 30 is nothing but 90 plus 2y is equal to 200. 2y will be equal to 200 minus 90. So 2y is 110. When I divide it by 2, we get y is equal to 55 kgs. This is the second part of the answer. Now what is left is to write the final answer in a box. The weight of a box of type A is 30 kgs, while weight of the box of type B is 55 kgs. So I know it is a lengthy sum, but I hope you have understood it. The main thing to remember, see, I am not telling you that if you do it in terms of ton, when you are not converting it, you are not going to get wrong answer. The only thing is this A and B you will get, instead of kg you will get it in terms of tons. I have converted into kgs so that instead of getting that point and all, it becomes easier for you to understand it in this way. With this we move to the next question, that is question number 6. This is a sixth sum. Let me read it for you. Out of 1900 km, Vishal travelled some distance by bus and some distance by aeroplane. Bus travels with an average speed of 60 km per hour and the average speed of aeroplane is 700 km per hour. It takes 5 hours to complete the journey. Find the distance Vishal travelled by bus. Now in this only one question is asked, that is distance travelled by bus, if we see the last part of the question. But as you know, to solve simultaneous linear equation, we need to assume two things as x and y. So in this case, what I need to assume is, let the distance travelled by bus be x, while the distance travelled by aeroplane be y. These are the two unknown quantities in this, even though at the end we will only find out distance travelled by bus and leave that as the final answer. But assumption, the first step is this. Okay. Now if distance travelled by bus is x and distance travelled by aeroplane is y, and if I can see this condition given here, that the total distance is 1900, then what do you understand? That this x plus y should be equal to 1900. Immediately I got the first equation. Now for the second equation, there is something given related to speed and time. So all that I will consider. Let us see how the first part is to be presented. So see here, I have written the first equation in this. We have assumed distance travelled by bus bx and distance travelled by plane by. So the total distance is 1900. So x plus y is equal to 1900. That is our equation number 1. Now for equation number 2, I have written the question also here. Let us read the question. It is bus travels with an average speed of 60 km and aeroplane travels with a speed of 700 km per hour, and it takes 5 hours to complete the journey. Now as I told you, we have got something related to speed, distance and time. The basic formula which I hope everybody must be knowing is speed is equal to distance upon time. Now in this, since it is given that it is 5 hours, so I am going to take this as my main formula and convert everything in with respect to time. So the formula will change to time is equal to distance upon speed. This is the main formula to be used in this sum. Okay. Now one by one we will start with what is the time taken by the bus to cover the distance. Is the distance changing here? See, it is given, I have taken distance as x, right? And the first part of the question is, we have finished and got one equation, that x plus y is equal to 1900. Now let us go to the second part of the question. The second part is, bus travels with an average speed of 60 km per hour. Now, I have given you a formula here that time is equal to distance upon speed. So for bus, if I want to find out what is the time it takes, what it should be? Time is distance upon speed, and distance traveled by Vishal in bus is x kilometer, while time taken, while the speed is 60 kilometer per hour. So the time taken will be x upon 60. I hope you are understanding it. Okay. Now the second part. For Vishal, what is the time taken for its travel by aeroplane? The formula is same. Time is equal to distance upon speed. Look at the distance covered by the aeroplane. It is y. And what is the speed of the aeroplane? 700 km per hour. Okay. So what will be the time taken? Distance upon speed, that is y upon 700 is the time taken by the aeroplane. Now, how to frame an equation? Framing the equation, I have to concentrate on this part. It takes 5 hours. So the total time, whatever it is taking by bus or by aeroplane, should be equal to 5. So how to get the equation? X upon 60 plus y upon 700 is equal to the total time, that is 5. I hope you are understanding it. See what is done. All the concepts, all the things are converted with respect to time. Time, what is the formula? Distance upon speed. So for bus, distance is x, speed is 60. So it comes to x upon 60, as you can see here. For aeroplane, distance is y, speed is 700. So time will be y upon 700. But the total time taken is 5 hours. So when I add this, I'll get this equation. What is equation number 2? X upon 60 plus y upon 700 is equal to 5. Now with such bigger numbers, I have even shown you this calculation which you did not show in the exam. This part is only for you to understand and remember. Such bigger numbers, how to get rid of that fraction? See, I have put a box. This part is only for you to understand. I need to take the LCM of the denominator. So for LCM, 60 is factorized as 2 into 2, 3 into 5, right? And 700, the factors are 2 into 2, 5 into 5 into 7. So I hope you know what is LCM. LCM is common factors into uncommon factors. So when I see at both the numbers, the common factors are 2 into 2 into 5. They are common in both of them. What is uncommon is 5 into 7. So when I take the product of it, I get 2100. So this is the LCM. LCM means I need to multiply this equation with 2100 both the sides in order to get rid of the fraction. So to multiply, let's see. Multiplying it, we get x upon 60 into 2100 plus y upon 700 into 2100 plus is equal to 5 into 2100. So when I cancel this, 60 and 2100, it can be cancelled. What we get is 35. Then 700 and 2100, 0 cancel. 21 upon 7 is 3. So we get 3y, and that is equal to, when you multiply, you get 10500. This is our equation number 3. I have written here equation number 1 for your reference as x plus y is equal to 1900, which we have already got. Now what is left is to solve this equation number 1 and equation number 3. Now how to solve it? Looking at this, it is easy to equate the coefficient first and then eliminate it. So here I can see 3y. I will get 3y here also by multiplying equation number 1 by 3. So that is my next step. Multiply equation number 1 by 3. What we get is this equation. The equation is 3x plus 3y is equal to 5700. Now this equation and equation number 3 is to be subtracted. And while subtraction, I hope you know we have to change the sign of one of the equations. So changing the sign, what will happen? This 3y and minus 3y will get cancelled. 35x minus 3x is equal to 32x, and that will be equal to 4800. So x will be equal to 4800 upon 3, which is nothing but 150. And x is the thing which we have assumed as distance travelled by bus. I need not find the value of y in this because they have asked us only one coefficient, that is only the distance travelled by bus. So this is our final answer, that the distance travelled by bus, Vishal travels a distance of 150 km by bus. I hope this lengthy sum is understood to you. Now we come to the last part of the session, that is assignment sums. Now this is assignment number 6, which is based on the practice set 1.6. The first question, let me discuss with you how it is to be framed so that you can solve it correctly. The entry ticket for an exhibition is rupees 5 for children and rupees 15 for adults. A group of 13 persons visited this exhibition and paid rupees 115 to buy entry tickets. Find the number of children and adults in the said group. Now, what are the two things that I have to assume as x and y here? I can get this from the last part, that number of children and number of adults. So if I assume this as a x and y, then where is the first condition given here? The first condition is a statement which is given here, a group of 13 persons. 13 persons means it will include children as well as adults. It means x plus y should be equal to 13. This will be our equation number 1. Then how to get the second equation? For that, it is given that for each children the ticket will cost rupees 5. So if I take x children, then amount for children will be 5x. And for each adult the ticket will cost rupees 15. Number of adult is y, so total amount will be 15y. Now if I add these two, can you tell me to what I should equate it? Yes, it should be equated to the amount paid. So 5x plus 15y is equal to 115 will be your second equation. Now you can solve it by any one method which you want, as any method which you find it easy you can solve and get the answer. Now moving to the second sum. An obtuse angle of a rhombus is greater than twice the acute angle by 30 degrees. Find the measure of each angle. Now in this, what is given to us is a rhombus, and in rhombus there are 4 angles. Now which one is to be assumed as x and y? For that, it's given that an obtuse angle. So we are going to deal here with those 2 angles of rhombus, out of which one is obtuse and other is acute. Now why only 2? Because the remaining 2 will be congruent to it, as opposite angles of rhombus are congruent to each other. So our first step of assumption here will be, let the obtuse angle be x while the acute angle be y. Now for the first equation, they have given you an obtuse angle is greater than twice the acute angle by 30 degrees. Make use of this and get one equation. Now what about the second one? There is nothing else specified here. Now here we have to be a little more smart and use a geometrical property that adjacent angles of a rhombus are supplementary. It means that obtuse angle and acute angle, the total should be 180 degrees. Hence x plus y is equal to 180. That will be your second equation. See, it is not given directly like this, but you have to understand it. So with this, we come to an end of our practice set 1.6 and the lesson linear equation in 2 variables. So this entire chapter we have done. I hope you have understood everything. Next session onwards, we will start with the next chapter. Thank you.